What I want to look at is how we can actually record an iPad screen. Now this is one way of doing it, and I've got an iPad here, and here I've got a camera, and so we're recording with the camera or on the phone what's happening on the iPad screen. But built into the software of the iPad is a facility to record what's happening on this screen directly, so you don't need another camera, and it means you don't get any wobbling, and it means you get a much more stable and clear picture. So the way we do it is first of all to drag down from the top of the screen, and we get this menu, this control panel menu pop up, and we've got a button here next to the camera, although it can be anywhere on the screen, but it's this circular button, two circles, two concentric circles, and if I tap on it, it will open up the settings for the screen mode. And these are the settings. We've got at the bottom here, we've got the fact that the microphone is on. We can actually tap on that and turn the microphone off. So that would stop the sound being recorded by the iPad. Remember, this is being recorded by a camera separately from this machine. So I'm just going to turn the sound on, and I can tap on start recording, and when we do, we'll see a countdown start happening. It's down here, start recording at the bottom. So tap on start recording, and we've got a countdown appearing here, 3, 2, 1, 0, and it's starting recording now. Okay. If I tap on the screen, this will disappear, and so we can see the control panel, and if I tap again, the background will stop being fuzzy and will become sharp, and everything is being recorded on the iPad. So I could take the camera away now if I wanted to, and it was whatever was happening would still be being recorded on the iPad. Now once I've recorded whatever it is I want, so it might be a process of doing an operation on the screen, I can stop the recording by tapping on the little red symbol at the top of the screen. Screen recording, stop recording, so we can click on stop. And then at the top it says the screen recording is being saved, video is being saved to photos. And that's it, that's the process done. So on this machine I've got a video, so if I want to see the video I can now go to Photos, I can open Recents, and that's the recent video I recorded. And if I turn the sound up, you might be able to hear the recording that I made. Let me find the sound controls. Control panel, and if I tap again, the background will stop being fuzzy and will become sharp, and everything is being recorded on the iPad. If you're trying to record something on the iPad to show somebody how to carry out a particular process, the little problem is that you've no pointer on the screen, so you can't say look at the pointer. Your finger's actually acting as the pointer and it doesn't appear on the screen. So you've got to find some way in which you can get the viewer to look in a particular place. One way, which I'm going to show you now, is to use various pointers. And a better way is to get a mouse that's got a Bluetooth connection, and that actually does put a pointer on the screen for you. So long term is much better. But if you have not got any Bluetooth mouse, then this is a way you can do it. There's an arrow shape in J2E. Now I could show you where to point, but there's no pointer on here. So I'm going to go to the next page where I've got a pointer, and you can see the green pointer at the top points to the shape tool. I tap on that, and on the right hand side you can see the shapes appear, and at the top there is a pointer. If you tap on the pointer you can rotate it by tapping on the circle, and you can move it around the screen, so you can point at different things. So that's fine. These other two pointers that I've got, the green ones, I got from the internet, from the World Wide Web. They are graphics, so let's show you how we can go about doing this. So that symbol there that's being pointed at gives us access to graphics on the World Wide Web, pictures. If you look at the right hand side, we've got, and let's just rotate this, we've got on the right hand side, we've got 4 different categories. The category I'm going to look at is the World Wide Web. Now I'm going to tap on clip art and then I'm going to type in arrows, not pointers. If you type in pointers, you get lots of pictures of dogs. So here are a range of pointers I can choose from, and we can just scroll to find one that's suitable. Let's choose that one. And after a while, because I've ticked on clip art on the right hand side, it will detect that there's a white border around it and remove it automatically. Sometimes it can take quite a long time, and I can keep on talking, and eventually, as you can see now, that bent pointer's not got a background. So that's sometimes useful if you're trying to point at something on a photograph, for instance, and don't want part of the photograph obliterated. The arrow on the screen is pointing towards the tool that we can use to draw closed shapes made of straight lines. So I'm just going to tap on it, and you can see it's selected now, and we've got a series of line widths on the right hand side. We could use a very fat line width, or we could use a thinner one, and the thinner one is just fine. So I need to tap on the screen first. Now I've tapped on the screen, you won't see anything until I start to move my finger. So I move my finger and we can start to draw one side of a triangle. And then we tap again to draw the second side of the triangle, and then we can tap again to draw the third side of the triangle, and it's quite difficult to get the lines to meet up. So the computer does that automatically for us because we need to tell it we're going to draw a 3-sided shape, and it knows the 3 points, it's got most of it there, and I just tap on this symbol for the closed symbol at the head of the arrow, and it closes the shape for us. So that's how we can draw a triangle. Now it's possible to use all sorts of other things with this. We've got a shape or a tool up here which, and I don't think, I'm not sure I like this arrow. We've got a shape there that is the measuring tools, and we can get a protractor, and so you can position the protractor in the correct place so you can show the children how to measure angles. We can take one triangle and we can tap on drag select and start to drag a box around it, and it selects the triangle, and you can see we've got 4 blue tags at the corner of a box. This is called the bounding box, and we can change the shape of the triangle. That's one way of changing the shape of the triangle. The other way is by clicking on the points of the apex of the triangles. So there's one, so we can drag that around. We've got another one here, we can drag that around, and we've got another one here. So we can draw one triangle. The children can change its shape, measure the angles, and see how the angles change as you alter the size of the triangle. Now, if you do have any problems with this technique of recording on screen, then one of the problems you might find is sound not recording. And if that's the case, then go into the settings for the video conferencing app Zoom, if it's on your machine, and make sure the microphone is turned off there. So I hope you have lots of fun in creating things for the children, and I'd love to see them. Okay, thank you. Bye.